Changes around us. We observe many changes in our daily life. Some are temporary changes and some are permanent. Temporary changes are called physical changes. Permanent changes are known as chemical changes. Let us classify some changes happening around us as physical changes or chemical changes and note our observations in a tabular form. Ice changes into water. It is a physical change as the chemical composition of ice and water are the same. Milk is set into curd. This is a chemical change. The chemical composition of curd is different from that of milk, and we cannot get milk back from curd. Ripening of fruit. This is also a chemical change as we cannot get the raw fruit back from the ripened fruit. The chemical composition of the ripened fruit is different from that of the raw fruit. Steam is condensed. This is a physical change. Steam condenses and becomes water. The chemical composition of steam and water are the same. Your respiration. It is a chemical change. Respiration is a process that takes place inside living things while living things breathe air in and out. During respiration, the oxygen that we breathe helps in breakdown of food and provides energy for the functioning of our body. Whenever a chemical change occurs, we say that a chemical reaction has taken place. Let us perform some activities to understand what is meant by a chemical reaction. Activity: take a spoonful of copper powder in a china dish. Heat it strongly. What do you observe? The shiny copper powder has changed to a black-colored substance. Copper reacts with oxygen in the air to form black-colored copper oxide. This change is a chemical change. There is no change in the state as both copper and copper oxide are in the solid state. In this reaction, there is a change in color and temperature. There is no gas evolved and no change in state. Activity: burning of a ribbon of magnesium metal. Take a ribbon of magnesium metal. Let us ignite the ribbon in the presence of air. The magnesium ribbon burns with a bright flame and a white powder is formed. This white powder is a new substance called as magnesium oxide. In this reaction, oxygen combines with magnesium to form magnesium oxide. Burning of a magnesium metal is a chemical change as a new substance, that is, magnesium oxide, is formed. In this reaction, there is a change in color and temperature. There is no gas evolved and no change in state. The magnesium ribbon usually has a coating of basic magnesium carbonate on its surface. This is formed due to the slow action of moist air on magnesium. Before burning a magnesium ribbon in air, it is cleaned by rubbing it with sandpaper to remove this coat so that it can readily react with the oxygen in the air. Activity: take a barium sulfate solution in a test tube and add a few drops of potassium chromate solution to it. What has happened to the colorless solution of barium sulfate? A yellow solid separates out from the solution. This is called a precipitate. There is a change in the state. The original solution was in the liquid state. Now, a solid has separated out from the solution. There is a change in state from liquid to solid. Barium sulfate reacts with potassium chromate to form a yellow-colored precipitate of barium chromate. This is a chemical change. There is a change in color and also change in state. There is neither any gas evolved nor any change in temperature. Activity: take some powdered ferrous sulfide in a test tube. Add to it a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. What do you observe? The solid ferrous sulfide slowly disappears and there is evolution of a gas. The color of the solution has also turned green. This shows that there is a change in state, change in color, and also evolution of a gas. Does the gas have any odor? Yes, the gas smells like rotten eggs. Now, touch the test tube. The test tube has become hot. This indicates that there is a change in temperature also. Let us see the reaction. Ferrous sulfide reacts with sulfuric acid to form ferrous sulfate and hydrogen sulfide gas. This is a chemical change. There is a change in color, evolution of gas, change in temperature, and also a change in state. From these activities, we can say that a chemical change or a chemical reaction takes place if there is a change in the state, temperature, color of the reactants, or sometimes if there is evolution of gas. Every chemical reaction is represented by a chemical equation. Let us understand what is a chemical equation and why it is necessary to represent chemical reactions in the form of chemical equations.